the narrow, curving corridor between dressing room and arena. The champions pictured on both sides. Serena Williams will see herself on her right as she enters Rod Laver Arena. She's been the big story down under, but she's the underdog today to Maria Sharapova, who seeks her third Slam final at the age of 19. Serena and Sharapova live from Melbourne right now.
Staring her down. Won't get it done. They both seen that look before, shrugged it off, then turned it on. This is the one we wanted to see. This is the match meant to be. Power to power, face to face. Too much talent for one final. Too much pride for one place. It's just too much. Maria. Serena. For the Australian Open title.
On this court that Serena Williams has enjoyed some of her career highlights, completing the Serena Slam in 2003, winning her most recent title of any kind in 2005. Maria Sharapova in her first Australian Open final, the first Russian woman to walk into this match. She's dropped only one set, and at age 19, she seeks to add to her Wimbledon and U.S. Open titles. I'm Chris Fowler. Welcome inside Rod Laver Arena for our live coverage of the first Grand Slam final of 2007. With rain in the area, the roof is closed. It'll be an indoor final. It also could be very competitive. You know it's going to be very noisy with these two on court. Could be even a little bit feisty. Drama never far away when Serena Williams collides with Maria Sharapova. And it has been a dramatic run for Serena down under here. She's transposed her ranking from 81 to 18 at the moment. She's been defying the odds makers 34-1 to win this title at the start of the tournament. She's been also defying her doubters and relishing in every bit of that. She's been 2 points away from being knocked out of this tournament, but she is still here and still fighting. Now, Maria Sharapova at one point was also just 2 points away from the exit. That came back in her first round in an inferno of 120 degrees on court. She was pushed to the limit. 9-7 against Camille Pan, a big underdog of France. Sharapova somehow able to dig deep and close out the match strong. So it's Sharapova and Serena for the 5th time ever. Mary Carrillo joins me here. It's always good to have these two big hitters, big servers on the same court going for a big title.
Yeah, no kidding. And isn't it a little odd that our dream final involves someone ranked 81 in the world? What does that say? Except that Serena has done an unbelievable job to get herself here. It hasn't been easy, but she has kicked off so much of the rust that she showed up here with. And that says an awful lot. And not only that, but she, you know, both these players, they create such rotten feelings in their opponents. Their opponents throughout, both Maria and Serena, they've created their own monsters trying to beat them and haven't been able to.
Two big match players. Sharapova 2-0 in Grand Slam finals. Williams is 7-2, but Mary, one of those losses came to Maria back in 2004 when Sharapova was the underdog as the 17-year-old.
Oh, she really was, and we marveled at the way Maria played at Wimbledon that year, taking on and out Lindsay Davenport in the semifinals. And then in the final, I mean, she had to get through this one, and she played so freely. I mean, but of course she was playing with no pressure. So she had nothing to lose. She wasn't trying to do what she was doing under pressure. In the final, the pressure was on Serena Williams. She'd won it the last 2 years in a row. And Sharapova was able to win that one in straight sets. It was something to see.
Maria, quick to say that now it's Serena that has nothing to lose coming into this match. That was a stunner to see Serena Williams, her 20-match winning streak there ended in straight sets. The most recent meeting was on this court behind us, and it was even more dramatic than that, a 3-setter when Serena had to fight off match points.
And that was a crazy one, too, because Serena hadn't played a lot of tennis. 2 years ago, she made her way into the final, having to go through Sharapova in the semi. Sharapova, this is one of 3 match points Sharapova had. First one she missed. The next 2, Serena just won outright. The pressure was on Sharapova, and Maria felt it. Serena able to come good. Now, Chris, finally, Serena wins this one. At the time, I mean, it was a huge upset for her. But keep in mind, she has not won anything since, and that's why there are so many storylines going on in this final today. You know, Serena had been, you know, she had made more money than any woman athlete in history. Now that's true of Maria. You know, everything's on Sharapova. I mean, I think most people are thinking that Sharapova wins this thing. But boy, oh boy, is Serena hard to beat in a major final.
Yeah, she's an underdog in this match for the 4th time in this tournament. That's almost inconceivable. We'll go around the corner now to Dick Enberg and Mary Jo Fernandez.
All right, thank you, Chris. Maria Sharapova seeded #1 because Justine and Arden not here, and Serena Williams has already been documented #81. And I'm with Mary Jo Fernandez, who was on this major center stage twice in 1990 and 1992. You know the feelings of pressure, and we'll be asking you about those as we go along. There's so much about these two women that's alike. Each is on a 13-match win streak. Sharapova's won 13 straight matches in Grand Slam play. Remember, U.S. Open 7-6 here. Serena Williams hasn't played here since 2 years ago when she won the title. She's won 13 straight here in Australia. And to show you how much she likes playing down under, 22 of her last 23 matches have gone to Serena Williams. They both have major titles. They both have been ranked #1 in the world. In fact, that woman is currently the #1 with her performance here in Australia. They both trained at Bollettieri's in Bradenton, Florida. They both, as you'll hear, will make tons of noise. And perhaps the most important quality, Mary Jo, of all is they are both about as tenacious and competitive as you'll ever find in women's tennis.
I think that's the most unique aspect of this matchup, because normally when you get to the final, you say, who's mentally tougher? Who wants it more? Well, here, they've met each other's match. They both want it equally. So it's going to come down to the tennis. Who can hit the right shot at the right time? And in my opinion, Dick, it's been all about serve for both players in this championship. And it'll be so important today. For Sharapova, she actually has had trouble with her second serve. A lot of double faults against Chakvedadze in the near court. She served 6 double faults, 3 of them on break points. The toss has been off, very inconsistent, and she cannot allow that against Serena Williams. On the opposite spectrum, Serena Williams, that's the shot that's been coming through for her. When it matters most, she's been serving the big aces, the big winning shots off her serve, and that's giving her the freedom to really swing away on her opponent's serve. So let's look today for those first serves and also the quality of the second serve from Sharapova.
Well, to be mentally tough, you have to have a world of self-confidence. Serena has that in bundles.
I love doubters because I love more than anything. What I love, besides obviously winning, is proving people wrong. Like I always say, I believe in myself more than anyone. And even though it was hard, I really believed in me and in my game. If I play well and I do the things that I need to do, it's really hard for anyone on the women's tour to beat me.
She relishes that role of proving people wrong. She said that I went from rock bottom here in Australia to, hey, there she is again, rubbing it into the media that doubted her condition, playing only 14 tournaments in 2 years since she won the Australian Open. But when you talk about self-confidence, we saw it at 17. Maria Sharapova, she just does not buckle under pressure.
That's when she's at her best. When things get tight, when it matters most, she does have that belief. She's had it since she was a little girl. And that's why this match is so enticing, because they both believe that they can win today.
Well, With us down at courtside, a woman who won this Australian Open doubles title some 7 times is Pam Shriver.
Well, Dick, Serena Williams is interesting. She's been a student of the game for a long time, with her big sister Venus having started the tour before her. She had to watch a lot of tennis. Well, let me tell you, she's been watching a lot of tennis during this Australian Open, not only on the TV live, but also requesting tapes and watching a ton on her DVD player. She's been watching her own matches and trying to learn some things, but she particularly has her eyes set on another player in the tournament, and it's not Sharapova. She's watching all of Francisco Gonzalez's tapes. Loves the way the Chilean has been playing high-risk tennis with very few unforced errors, something that Serena has strived to do, but has failed so many times. And obviously today, if she can keep the winners up, the unforced errors down, pressure the Sharapova serve, she's got a huge chance to stun everybody.
All right, thank you, Pam. Serena Williams as the number 81 seed. Look what company she has. Those are the women, the longest shots to get to the finals. And the last unseeded player, Chris O'Neill of Australia, 1978. She's the last Aussie woman to win this title. Unseeded to win the Australian Open at Rod Laver Arena. 15,000 watch as Serena Williams opens this championship match. And 4, her record last year, only 4 tournaments. As we said, 22 of the last 23 here in Australia matches have been hers.
Serena played a warm-up tournament before coming to this year's Australian Open in Hobart. Won a couple matches, lost in the quarters to Sybil Bammer of Austria, ranked 56, and took that loss very, very hard. But looking back now, it was the best thing that could have happened to Serena because it really motivated her to practice more. The rust went away little by little.
Sharapova has grown to 6'2", makes her home in Bradenton near the Bollettieri Academy. Siberian born.
14.
Quickness there of Serena to pounce on that short ball.
The first serve setting it up and then very quick to get to the wide shot.
And the ace. The punctuation mark, the opening game of this women's final. Let's go to Luke Jensen.
Way up on the top row up here. It's pretty cool. But what I did do before the match is watch the Sharapova warm-up. And Mary Jo, remember you talked about the toss being a problem. She spent about 20 minutes alone working on her second serve, trying to hone in that toss. She's going to be hitting a lot of serves out wide to the Serena forehand, and that hasn't worked throughout the tournament against the Serena opponent so far. I don't think it's going to work today.
All right, thank you, Luke and Pam, and we'll call upon you and your expert advice as this match develops. This very first service game will be watched closely by all. How sharp will she be?
Perhaps an advantage for Sharapova that the roof is closed. Does not have to deal with any of the elements. No wind, no sun.
Just long. In fact, the end at which Sharapova is serving with the roof open at this hour, it's about 1:45 in the afternoon on Saturday here in Melbourne. You're looking right up into the sun, and it caused a lot of players problems with their toss. So she's benefiting from that roof being shut. There's the first double fault. She's committed 28 double faults in the first 6 matches here to go with 32 aces. Father Yuri, you all know the story. At age 9, he brought his daughter over to Florida. Just a few dollars in his pocket to knock on the door of Nick Bollettieri and ask that they help train his daughter. Mom stayed home. Yelena, daughter Maria, didn't see her mother for 2 years. Who got away with a soft second serve there. $80 miles an hour. Williams creeping inside that baseline second serve. And cracks the forehand return.
That's the return Luke was talking about. Sharapova does like to go out wide on the deuce side, but the last match, Serena against Vaitasova, really started to time that return beautifully.
Only 2 of 5 first serves in this opening game for Sharapova. And it's costing her as Williams a return for a winner for deuce.
And this is going to put so much more pressure on the Sharapova second serve, knowing that if you don't put a good quality second serve in, you're going to pay the price.
Look at that look. Dare you be out here and try to beat me in the finals.
There's another look. That was a first serve that she pretended was a second serve, Serena.
Another game point, another second serve for Serena Williams. And the second double fault, and if she escapes this service game throwing in 2 doubles, she's going to be fortunate.
And usually, Dick, Sharapova has a very solid second serve, and she actually hits it hard with enough pace, enough margin for error, but the timing has just not been there.
Long again.
And she knows she just can't push it in. She's got to hit it. Serena will attack.
And here's the first break point. Again, that second serve at 79 miles an hour. Serena Williams has the early lead. The 2007 Australian Open Championships presented by Franklin Templeton Investments as we open the 2007 major season, the first Grand Slam event, followed by the French Wimbledon and U.S. Opens. So only one man, one woman will leave Melbourne, embracing any hopes of collecting that rare Grand Slam, winning all 4 majors.
Left. First service.
Serena Williams, not seeded, had to take out 5 seeds, including Santangelo from Italy, Kramer, the one and only that was not seeded. Petrova was down 6-1, 5-3. Yankovic, a hot player coming into this. Sharapova, that's the match. She was 2 points away from losing. And then, of course, Vaitasova.
So in contrast to Sharapova's struggles serving, Serena Williams been very solid.
Not lost a point when getting the first serve in. 6 of 6. And that's been on from the very first match. That very first match against Santangelo, Serena served 10 aces. The timing was there.
Well, that's
not
big.
Left.
Big service game for Serena Williams. She consolidates her lead. 3-love opening set.
College Game Day, Saturday at 11 a.m. on ESPN and 8 p.m. on ESPN2.
Discovered a secret to head-turning hair. It's Head & Shoulders shampoo. Head & Shoulders starts at the scalp and contains 6 times the moisturizers for healthy, beautiful hair that's 100% flake-free. No wonder 80% of Cosmo readers would choose Head & Shoulders for head-turning hair. See more at headturninghair.com.
ESPN2's presentation of the Australian Open, presented by Franklin Templeton Investments. Gain from our perspective.
So Maria Sharapova staggering in her opening service game. You can sometimes hide even the great players from a forehand backhand problem, but these great stars are just like the rest of us. When you have trouble with your serve, you can play with your mind. There's not much you can do until you serve yourself back into position. And the contrast in the 2 starts is dramatically in the favor of Serena Williams. Another second serve cost Sharapova court position, and Serena with a winner. Pam?
Well, Dick, every major final starts with a certain intensity, but I can tell you Serena Williams has come out here like I have never seen her before. She flipped through on the change of ends her little booklet that reminds her of some simple things, and boy, is she doing everything right. I'll also remind you that her other 2 Australian Open finals, 03 and 05, both indoors as well. And she has that indoor focus, no sun, no wind, and she is in the zone.
Absolutely. The intensity is very high.
And that's 10 straight points won by Serena Williams. Triple break point for a double break lead in this opening set.
Wow.
Almost hypnotic.
That's her 9th winner already. 2 in a row off the first serve.
4 games to love.
Maria Sharapova broken 2 for 2 and very much in command now. Serena Williams. Look at her time this one. Serena's going to challenge.
Serena Williams challenging the call on the left near sideline. Ball was called out.
In the championships, this is her 13th challenge. She's 6 and 6, and now 7 and 6.
Big Sharapova yet to hit a winner in this match. We talked about the 2 big hitters. So far, the big hitting just coming from one end. Serena's.
With authority, 30-15.
30-15.
So clear in what she needs to do.
Quick look at the chair. Andreas Eglias, Swiss umpire today. Here's a break point for Sharapova.
Actually a huge point for Sharapova, just to break the momentum, break the rhythm that Serena's in right now.
Hits the forehand return. He went for it. That's true to her style. The women's final of this Australian Open in Melbourne, Australia. 15,000 at Rod Laver Arena. Serena Williams in the far court of the United States. Twice the winner of this title. Serving with a 4-love lead. And a game point for a 5-love advantage in the opening set against Maria Sharapova.
It's all been about Serena Williams. Look at the scoreline. Sharapova only 4 on 4. She has no winners, but that's due to Serena taking it to her, serving well, coming in.
was seen on the left. Both women very deliberate before the toss. Serena Williams. What a start. 5-love opening set.
Looking for a place to exercise, play, or just relax? The Tucson Racket Club is the perfect answer. Located on 20 acres inside the city, the Tucson Racket Club has everything anyone would want in a health club. And now, through the holidays, you can become a member of Tucson Racket Club with no initiation fees. Save money and become a member now. Come in today and see for yourself. The Tucson Racket Club is Tucson's best place to exercise, play, or just relax. The Tucson Racket Club, where country club ends, fun and fitness begin.
It's On the Air with Lute Olson. Thursday and Friday nights at 6 on Comcast 17. And Saturday mornings at 6:30 on ESPN2.
Welcome back to Melbourne Park. Those that do not have tickets here at Rod Laver Arena, watching out in the garden area. Big screen television. Maria Sharapova. Down love 5, Luke Jensen. How about that serve?
Yeah, I really want to go back to the practice. Coach Michael Joyce and Father Yuri were really focusing on Maria looking up and pushing up on the serve instead of pulling down and losing control. They practiced in both courts, changed ends, and worked on the other side, but it's just not there.
Oh, she goes right at Serena. Serena with a quick stare at her opponent.
That was brave of Sharapova. She could have hit it anywhere. But maybe just a signal, okay, I might be down, but I'm still fighting here.
Their fans here at Rod Laver just saw what you did. They replayed that reaction of Serena Williams. Caught the baseline.
I don't know if it's a good idea to get Serena angry. She was not happy about that.
Finally, Sharapova with a lead on her serve, 30-love. One would guess not by accident is Serena Williams attired in the Australian colors, green and gold. Escapes the bagel. 5-1. had a break point against Serena in Williams' last game. But Serena holding 5-1. Skipped off the baseline. Serena didn't play it.
Can't believe she would have just put the racket on the shot. And G shot spot shows you is right on the line. Good reactions from Serena, getting up to this neck court quickly, racket back, great preparation.
Two points from the set.
Last serve, 120 miles an hour.
Using that big serve again to open the court, and 2 set points. You know that Sharapova is going to sink her teeth into it, even if she's down double set point in 5-1. It rips that one. But here's a second set point. And Serena Williams overwhelming her opponent in the start. Quickly, a set lead, 6-1.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I hate to go and leave this pretty sight. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu.
Adieu, adieu to you and you and you.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye to the 2006 models with up to $4,000 cash back or visit Kia.com.
My people found $2,500 in my house.
My people help me keep the money I earn.
If I ever have a question,
my people are there for me.
My people helped me start a college fund.
When you got H&R Block, you got people.
When you get a cold, you can't always slow down, but you can get the relief you need to keep going. With NyQuil at night and DayQuil during the day. Feel better faster.
The number 81 long shot.
My mental fitness has always been sharp. You know, it's always been ready.
She has nothing to lose going into the match. So those are always dangerous opponents.
Definitely some rivalry with us. I like to be intimidating.
No matter who you're playing against, the final of a Grand Slam, it's not going to be easy.
Made it look easy. A powerful display by Serena Williams, who won this event in 2003 and 2005. Pam Shriver.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dick, I can't help but think back 2 years ago when these two played in the semifinals. This was really the budding rivalry in women's tennis. They'd played the previous Wimbledon final when Sharapova stunned Serena in the finals there, and then they played each other in the Tour Championships. Serena was up 4-love in the third, crumbled and lost that match to Sharapova, and then 3 match points up Sharapova, losing to Serena. And then the rivalry went dead because of all the injuries to Serena. Well, this rivalry is back. What an amazing first set. Even though it was 6-1, it had so much in it. Great play, intangibles. Sharapova lost it only 4 unforced errors.
Sharapova opens the second set. And with a double fault, could there be anything worse on the first point of the set? Reflecting upon her troubles at the service line in the opening set, as she was broken 2 straight times.
That's the one area that she really needs to pick up, and pick up quickly. More first serves in. Cannot allow Serena to take control of that second serve.
How important is it to win the first set of a major? Well, here in Australia, Serena Williams, when winning the first set in Melbourne, she's 25-0.
Normally those photographers are pointing their cameras in one direction. They're a little divided today.
That's right. When Serena's playing anyone else, they're all on Serena Williams. When it's Maria against anyone else in the world, the focus is on this 19-year-old. Falls back on Sharapova's side. 2 more break points for Serena Williams. Weight of shot from Serena's end just seems to be so much bigger.
That's impressive. Breaks in the first game of the second set. Let's take a look at our Lexus between the lines. Serena Williams very clear in her goal today to take the initiative away from Sharapova. She's doing it from every aspect of her game. The 1-2 play, getting the big first serve in, then just putting away the second shot, and she's taking advantage of the weak second serve. It looks like she can do no wrong out there today, Dick. So many winners, 16, only 8 unforced errors. Not allowing Sharapova to do anything so far in this match.
Those numbers confirming her big lead. Up a set, up a break.
15.
Well, Luke Jensen talking about the extended practice a couple of hours before the start of this match on her serve. And one can't help but wonder, if you take that much time before a major final, maybe you're planting a seed that your serve's in trouble. And it certainly has been.
There's Michael Joyce, former ATP Tour player.
Traveling coach, hitting partner.
Yeah. But the serve has been an issue the whole 2 weeks for Sharapova. It's the one shot she's wanted to improve, wanted to get more free points on. And in her last 2 matches, the quarters and semis, it's when she's hit the most double faults. So the confidence, not there.
Oh, Serena Williams is hitting with so much precision and power. Yeah, she's pumping it
to another level. You know, she talked after she won the semis, Serena, against Vaitasova, that she hadn't peaked yet, that there was still so much room for improvement. Well, let me tell you, she got that improvement quickly.
And that ace at 196 kilometers, 122 miles an hour. That's the fastest serve of the championship.
That was her 60th ace of the championship for Serena. And for Sharapova, she's just got to find a way to hang in there and hope for maybe a little lapse in Serena's game, but try to apply the pressure. Try to get yourself inside the baseline, which she has not been able to do.
You see the Melbourne inscription at this end of the court. Mary Jo, you were witness to an interesting conversation between Mother Oracene and Serena in an earlier match.
That's right, a few matches ago against Sharapova when Serena was 2 points away from losing that match. During that match, Serena was playing a lot of defense. She was so far back in the court that her mom yelled, "Get out of Melbourne." Meaning, get out of that sign back there. You're not supposed to be defending. You have to step up and hit the ball. Well, we haven't seen her anywhere near Melbourne today.
She wants to get out of Melbourne, but with a championship check of over $1 million and that coveted Australian Open trophy.
That double fault, her first for Serena. You have to think this is an opportunity for Sharapova. She hasn't had that many close games on Serena's serves.
Another double, and Sharapova an opportunity to break back here in the second set.
She had a couple doubles in a row in the tiebreak in the first set against Vaitasova. Got a little tight, and she probably already senses that she's in total control.
And then she comes right back and drills an ace on the far sideline.
She knows with how she's playing that this match is hers. And when you start to think about it, then you do get a little tense. But what a way to come back after 2 doubles.
Painted it completely. And then a service winner. She faced 15-40 against Sharapova and 2 big serves. I think both were aces, weren't they, to get the deuce?
Remember, 4-all in the third.
Now Sharapova had a chance, break point, but Serena's serve says no, and she takes the 2-love lead in the second. As she came here, even her mother Oracene said she's rusty, and obviously this is only her 15th event in 2 years, and her first final since she won the Australian in 2005. Left knee injury limited her to only 4 events all last year. She made it to the semifinals in 2 of them, Cincinnati and Los Angeles. Just paralyzing Sharapova with that powerful return.
Sure is. Sharapova 4 of 13 on second serves. Punishing consistently, time after time. And what do? Do you take a little bit off and get more first serves in? She's serving at 46%, Sharapova.
You called it. That would be key to the match. It certainly has been so far.
15.
I mean, that second serve is allowing Serena Williams to take batting practice. Even when she misses, she's getting such a big hit on her returns. One of the all-time greats, Margaret Court Smith, who won this title 11 times, to go with 8 doubles and 2 mixed. 21 total Australian Open trophies for her. Great Hall of Famer. One of 5 players in history to win the Grand Slam, along with Mo Connolly and Steffi Graf. And Don Budge and Rod Laver, the 2 men, win all 4 majors in the same calendar year. Serena held all 4 consecutively, but 3 were in 1 year, and the Australian in 2003 the next. She then is one of only 9 women to have won career slam. At this stage, every double fault is so painful for this woman. No aces, 4 doubles.
This is a must-win game for Sharapova. Has to hold on right here.
Ball coming back to Sharapova with so much pace. He couldn't set up to make a good hit herself. And Papayuri looks like he didn't get a lot of sleep himself last night. Nor will he tonight, the way this is going. Tried the wrong footer, but Serena quick enough to put on the brakes and whip that backhand winner. Yes, sir. Another top shot.
Change direction, open stance backhand. Great control of the racket head. Look how she's moving forward after she's hitting, expecting a shot to come back. Two breaks would be very difficult to come back for Sharapova.
Yeah, this is the essence of a match point here. Williams breaks again.
Hit that second serve a little harder, Sharapova.
Long, and with it another break point for Serena Williams.
The pressure to get the depth to hit to the side of the court, knowing that if you don't, you're going to pay the price.
And she goes wide for her first ace.
keeps going for it, doesn't she?
ING shot spot showing us she hit the line spot on. And she built off that. Oh, no.
See, such a dilemma for Sharapova, because if she doesn't go for her first serve and just kicks it in, Serena will treat it like a second serve. And I think that's why we're consistently seeing her go for the first serve, even though she's serving below 50%.
Yuri, who was caught coaching and warned earlier in the championship.
And fined. $2,000 fine to Maria.
Third break point, second serve. During that rally, the best point she'd played, Sharapova, and then the error ends the game, and Serena Williams up a set, and now up a double break.
Gravity will propel this Lexus IS over 4,000 feet in a matter of seconds. This Lexus IS will attempt to cover the same distance even faster. The 306 horsepower Lexus IS 350. So much for gravity. Attractive leases available on all 2007 IS models for a limited time at your Lexus dealer.
The world can be a complicated place. But when it comes to your money, ING is making it easier. See why it's easier on the bench. Ask your financial professional about ING. Your future made easier.
Muffin.
Welcome back with Mary Jo Fernandez, Pam Shriver, Luke Jensen, Dick Enberg, Rod Laver Arena, a buzz. And you know what the conversation is all about consistently. Serena Williams playing by far her best tennis of the entire championship. She saved it for the final, dominating the #1 player in the world, Maria Sharapova, serving with a double break lead, up a set, 3-love. Nine finals in slams, and she's 7-2. She's played 28 Grand Slam events, winning 7. That's a pretty sweet percentage.
The 2 losses, one to Venus at the U.S. Open, and the other one to Sharapova at Wimbledon in 04.
When it was Sharapova winning 6-4, 6-1. I mean, she's playing this match the way we've watched Roger Federer storm through the men's side. Just impeccable. Winners now, 11 unforced errors for Serena Williams. By far her best score card of this championship.
It's interesting getting to this final. The serve played a big part for Serena Williams, but it was really all about guts, determination, that will to win at all costs. But today, it's her tennis. She's just outplaying Sharapova from every aspect. There's a controlled aggression in her game today. Not going for shots when they're not there.
Won only 4 games against Paolo Suarez at the French 2004. She has only 1 game today. And Serena Williams continues to tighten the vice.
Williams leads 4 games.
That's her 5th ace. She runs out to a 4-love lead here in the second. Could anyone have seen this coming? A woman ranked 81st in the world who loses a warm-up match to a number 56 player, Sybil Baumer of Austria. Comes to Melbourne, not match fit, not in the best of condition. Overweight. She even looks lighter today, doesn't she?
She does. The movement is from week 1 to week 2 dramatically better. And I guess the scary thing for the rest of the field is that she can only get in better shape. Imagine that.
It's wide. Pam Shriver.
Well, Dick, this is just simply the best match Serena Williams has ever played. When you think about her major finals before this, the first one against Hingis was a shock. She won in tight sets. The ones over her sister were full of unforced errors, really off both sides. When she beat Davenport here 2 years ago, she was down a set and a break. I have never seen anything like this in a major final since Steffi Graf was just blowing people away in finals.
Oh, and Pam, you noticed just right away, first 2 games, the intensity, just the demeanor that Serena brought to the court today. Very focused, just so clear on what she had to do.
Much sharper on that point, Maria.
Well, she almost has to go for more than she's used to. And that's her game, is to go for her shots. And the first chance she gets with, as well as Serena's playing, she has to go for a big shot close to the line.
Serena Williams showing that look, almost insulted that her opponent would take a point. Well, she's played a high level, and it was a great point Pam Shriver made, her best ever Grand Slam final. But on the other hand, this woman, Maria Sharapova, has made it so much easier because of her failures at the service line. Now 6 double faults. But Sharapova does hold, so she's got a game, a set. And still down double break in the second set.
Nothing is impossible. It's a dirty word, a challenge dismissed with a rip and a shred. I don't get air. I take it. I drop jaws. I shake boots. I destroy pipes. I don't just land tricks. I invent them. Winter X Games 11 continues tomorrow at 1 with Snowmobile Snowcross, plus the Snowboard Slopestyle Finals and the Snowboarder X Finals. Live from Aspen on ABC. It only happens here.
My dream was always to catch the perfect wave. And then I realized I caught 3.
The all-new Lincoln MKX with all-wheel drive. The perfect car for endless summers. Life's calling. Where to next?
Melbourne, Australia, down under. Midsummer day, some clouds and showers. We're playing indoors with the roof closed. Franklin Templeton Investments bringing you our coverage of this 2007 opener of the Grand Slam season. The fans at this point trying to push Maria Sharapova. She gets a healthy round of applause as she returns to the court. As this woman, Serena Williams, in control. 6-1 and now 4-1 in the second.
Will Serena hesitate at all in this match? Will there be any doubt trying to close this match out?
15.
Her second serve has as much bite as Sharapova's first serve. The second serve was almost 102 miles an hour. She has contributed so little to boost Sharapova's hopes. Again, over 100 miles an hour with a lot of action on that serve. And she is 6 points from lifting the Australian Open trophy. Had to go left-handed to make that play.
The match not even an hour old yet, Dick.
She's a natural lefty. Became a right-handed tennis player shortly after going to the Bollettieri Academy at age 10. And stretched wide. She'll do that on occasion, but it only extended the drama one more point. Serena-like, the return winner.
Might be a little too late for Sharapova. She needed a few more of those earlier.
It's long. Maria going to challenge, or she thought the serve was long?
The call on the right service line.
Challenging the serve of Serena.
Thought the serve was long. Let's see if it was. No. Painted the line.
Game.
That's a game to Serena Williams, and she edges closer to her third Australian Open title. One game to go. How long can Maria Sharapova prolong this Saturday afternoon final in Melbourne? "57 minutes. This match.
Mile-an-hour second serve, halfway up the service court. Punished once again.
She's had that look since they warmed up. Slices the ace wide. And jams her for 40-15. It's about top of the meter for Sharapova, 111. It's called good. Is Serena going to challenge? No, she's not. Content with a large lead. Up a set. Serves for the championship when we return.
We may not all be geniuses, but we can all do something smart. Introducing Hyundai's $199 Sonata lease. Just $199 a month with only $999 due at signing. It's a smart deal on a really smart car.
Disciplined investing. It isn't about star fund managers. At T. Rowe Price, it's about experienced investment teams that stay the course. For each 1, 5, and 10-year period, 70% of our mutual funds beat their Lipper average. Low-cost mutual funds from T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Request a complete prospectus or profile with investment objectives, risks, fees, expenses, and other information to read and consider carefully before investing.
And welcome back. Serena Williams takes the court. The championship on her racket. 5-2 in the second set. Fans here engineering a wave because this match going by so quickly. And in some ways you wonder if this will break the concentration and focus of Serena Williams, who has just had her eye on the prize from second one this afternoon. And in fact, that last serve by Sharapova that ended the previous game was not good, but Serena didn't challenge. She wants to go to work right here. Looks convinced. Just not the Sharapova day. Certainly has been for Serena. Convinced and perhaps conceding now. 30 love as she spices this tremendous effort with her 6th ace. And her 63rd of the championship to lead all players. Oh my. Of omnipotence by Serena Williams. Convincingly, she is the 2007 Australian Open champion. behind that fierce focus and fight that we've seen for a little over an hour on center court, Rod Laver Arena, there was a little girl that came out to celebrate her third Aussie Open championship. Maria Sharapova has never received such a spanking in a Grand Slam event. And in part, a superior opponent and an inferior performance by her, especially in her service games.
But that's just as good as it gets. Watching Serena Williams today from every part of the tennis court, making her shots, so sure of herself, so clear. Amazing performance.
She has her 8th major title as she builds her Hall of Fame portfolio. We'll get comments from both players when we return.
The work I do at the Department of Corrections is important. I feel that I make a difference. I'm very proud of that. And the benefits are terrific. I just started and I'm making more than $38,000. We have great health and dental coverage too.
Join our team and you can start at more than $38,000. If you have experience, you'll make more.
I'm protecting the public and I'm making a better life for both of us. We have a great future.
Call the Arizona Department of Corrections today because we are hiring today.
There are smart buys and smarter buys. Now, at Precision Toyota, get $3,000 off MSRP on any new 06 or 07 V6 Tacoma, $2,000 off any new 07 Corolla, or $1,500 off any new 07 Prius or Highlander Hybrid. Smart deals made smarter, because there are no hidden costs.
See, this is where the other dealer added those extra charges. Hey, you're smart enough to pay those.
Smart buys made even smarter.
In Melbourne, 1 hour and 3 minutes, Serena Williams' finest hour in a Grand Slam final. Not just a victory that leads to a title that caps a comeback, but Mary, I think a very strong statement, a loud message, and just a violent beatdown of the #1 player in the world.
I think Serena was a little aggravated that she dropped those 3 games. I mean, that look that she had throughout that match, until match point when it was over and she allowed herself to feel it all. She burned. I was talking earlier in the tournament about how she was just doing this, drawing inside, feeling it but not showing it. And today it was unbelievable. I mean, that first set, she was playing so well, almost no errors. I mean, just the way Federer has been beating everybody, the way Gonzalez has been beating everybody, she had no errors, and Maria did not have a winner until she hit her at 5-love.
Exactly.
That was the first point that she, I mean, it looked like, well, if you can't beat her up, you know? I mean, this was, to see Maria rocked like that, you know, to see her utterly on her heels and reactive was really something. That is the best I've ever seen Serena Williams play, and it was a joy to watch.
It was. Very few members of the Serena Williams camp besides her even believe this was possible. One of them is with Luke Jensen. Luke?
Thank you. Ora Singh, Serena's mom. What are the emotions right now?
Just pretty calm and serene and happy for Serena.
Of all the matches you've seen Serena play, where does this one rank?
I guess when she played Maresmo at France. Remember, she came out really ready and moving and doing things that she should do.
At what point in the tournament did you feel that she was ready to win?
At the beginning.
But she was 2 points from losing against Sharapova. I mean, she kept fighting, but what words of advice did you give her throughout the tournament?
Just play her game, be tough, and just remember how she's done so far. You know, it's been a long road and with injuries, and then when we got here, so feet blisters, and so we were fighting a lot of things, but I thank God that she was able to make it.
Congratulations. Back to you guys.
And it was Ora Singh who said before the tournament that Serena's quite rusty. Well, she knocked the rust off and certainly got ready. Mary, as you said, seemed to get stronger, fitter, and certainly a lot better as the rounds progressed.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I say it a lot about Venus Williams as well. I mean, they can play their way into championship form. You know, sometimes they look pretty scratchy, kind of shaky in the early rounds, and it only seems to deepen their resolve to get better. It was outstanding, outstanding.
She didn't let Sharapova really play that match. Again, I go back to what Pam had said, that, you know, Serena had been watching those tapes of, you know, the way Gonzalez has been manhandling his opponents. And it's not high risk. If you're moving as well as Serena is moving, you deserve to, you know, you are giving yourself a good position to hit that kind of.
Is it that easy? If I just watch tapes of Gonzalez, I can then translate that the way Serena did?
That's all you got to do is watch TV.
Yeah, I guess.
No, but that's the hell of it. You know, when Serena was looking kind of shaky in those opening rounds, she wasn't getting to the ball the same way. She was hitting shots off balance. She was making a lot of errors right from the jump. I mean, she was so into it. Her body language was so much more aggressive and intense and positive than Maria's.
And it's easy to talk about Sharapova's 6 double faults and errors, but really she never had a chance. You can't make an error if you can't get your racket on the ball, and she was being hit off the court almost from the first minutes of this match. Serena joins the two Martinez, Hingis and Navratilova, with 3 Australian Open titles. The most in the Open era is 4, shared by 4 women, and Serena becomes just the second unseeded slam winner in the Open era. Unseeded because of the inactivity, and we'll talk more going forward as we wrap up this match about what this might mean, because, Mary, we did say a couple of years ago she's back when she won the title here. It turns out that she wasn't back. It was just a blip, and she got injured again and hadn't played much tennis. Now we'll see where she goes from here.
No, she looks very committed to me.
Doesn't she?
This looks like an extremely sincere comeback.
You've seen a lot of finals and great players. Steffi Graf's name was brought up by Pam Shriver. Where does this performance rank with any of the great Steffi Graf, Martina Navratilova finals you've seen?
I cannot believe, again, it's one of those deals where she basically reduced Maria Sharapova to spectator status. I mean, it's been happening on the men's side, as I said, with the 2 guys we've got in the final. Honestly, I think Serena was trying to beat her 6-love, 6-love today. That was the attitude. That seemed to be the mindset that she had, and she very nearly did it. How long was that match?
1 hour and 3 minutes. She's relished the fact that she's been disproving people, the doubters. She has said it with a smile, but you can tell how much she has enjoyed proving everybody wrong. And the shell-shocked Sharapova, about to receive the runner-up trophy, as Serena claims her 8th Grand Slam trophy.
And I like what Serena's been saying this week as well. She says, you know, I don't like being 81. Well, she's not 81 in the world anymore.
It's 14 now, with a bullet.
I was just going to say that. And I can't stop thinking about how her older sister, Venus, must be watching this and thinking, you know what, deal me in. She had to skip this event because she's had a recurring left wrist injury.
It's been a long,
Here's Sandy Roberts for the trophy presentation.
Such an emphatic performance as that. Once again, let's put our hands together for Serena Williams. Quite outstanding. And so to the presentation, it's time firstly also to thank our chair umpire, Andreas Egli from Switzerland. Thank you for your performance today. And for the presentation, I have been joined by the President of Tennis Australia, Mr. Jeff Pollard, and also the Managing Director of Garnier, and they've once again been fantastic supporters for the past 2 weeks, and I'm sure you'll make him welcome too, Mr. Mark Tucker. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, firstly to congratulate our runner-up. She came in here as the #1 seed. She is going to leave as the #1 player in the world. I'm sure you'll make her welcome as our runner-up in 2007, Maria Sharapova. Maria, I'm sure you'd like to say a few words.
Yes, I hope a few more than the games that I won today. Well, first of all, I would like to congratulate Serena. You can never underestimate her as an opponent, and I don't think you know, many of you here expected her to be in the final, but I think I definitely did. I know what she's capable of, and she definitely showed that today. And she's an amazing champion. She's showed it here many times. And of course, I look forward to you know, to playing her many more times. and winning a few, I hope. Thank you. I want to say thank you to all of you. I honestly didn't know if I was going to get past my first round. This is actually when we needed the roof, and we get it today when it's 20 degrees outside. So figure that one out. But look, I remember playing here in the juniors about 4 or 5 years ago on one of the outside courts, and I was playing on the same day as the women's final, and I was dreaming that one day I could perform here on this Rod Laver Arena and be on the stage. And unfortunately, I can't hold the big one today, but I'm holding the second big one today, and and I'm in a way proud and a way sad, but I want to thank you for all your amazing support here in Australia. I have great fans that send me a lot of little koala bears in my fan mail, and and also my amazing team, my dad Michael and my trainer Ivan. Thank you for supporting me. We have many more years to go, and this is definitely not the end. And all my Russian fans here, thank you for bringing out all the flags. And of course, all the sponsors, Kia, Garnier, and again, once again, thank you so much for your support. And I definitely look forward to coming back next year and hopefully taking the big one. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. And Jeff, I'm sure before you make the presentation to our winner, you'd like to say a few words about the fortnight. So, ladies and gentlemen, the President of Tennis Australia, Jeff Pollard.
Your Excellency, Mr. Premier, Ministers, Lord Mayor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, yes, let me add my congratulations to both players. Maria, I know you'll be a little disappointed today. I'm sure, not too distant future, you will be a champion here at Melbourne Park, and I hope that it is tempered by the fact that when the computer comes out tomorrow, you will be #1 in the world again. Congratulations. Well, Serena, you certainly proved the computer wrong, coming in as an unseeded player. The first unseeded player, I think, to win the Australian Open since Chris O'Neill back in 1978. But I think you've shown everyone that you are, despite the computer, you are in the top echelon of women players, and a hearty congratulations on winning your third Australian Open title. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Tennis Australia, I would just like to express our appreciation to our major sponsor, Kia Motors, our associate sponsors, GE Money and Garnier, to our other sponsors and suppliers. I do want to also thank the Channel 7, Sandy, the fantastic coverage we've had for the last fortnight. I do want to thank particularly our new team that we have at Tennis Australia that ran this year's Open. Steve Wood, the Chief Executive, Craig Tiley, our new Tournament Director, Peter Johnson, the Assistant Tournament Director, and Wayne McEwen, the referee. We've come through with a fantastic tournament, and we'll know the final total tomorrow, but I can assure you, based on where we stand today, I know it's sold out tomorrow, we will beat last year's record crowd. So thank you very much, spectators, for your wonderful support.
Thank you, Jeff. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to our champion for 2007. She came into this event ranked 81 in the world. She will leave it being ranked #14. The 2007 Australian Open champion is Serena Williams.
I don't know where to start. I know I'll start with thanking my guide Jehovah for blessing me and allowing me to be out here today. Without him, I just don't know what I would do. So thank you, God, Jehovah. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank my mom. I was a bad student these sport nights. I yelled at her, said some things under my breath, but she just kept it coming. I really appreciate it. And I didn't mean it, but, you know, you know how I am. Thanks, Mom. I would... There's so much. I also thank the rest of my camp, Maurice, Mark, Jill, Suzanne for believing in me and never giving up. You know, Zane. I'm sorry, and Debbie and Ursula, my whole camp over there, thank you so much. And Joe, the trainer, thank you. You saved me. I would like to thank Maria for being such a great sport, a great champion, and she has a great attitude. And, you know, you're definitely, she said she had a lot of more years to go. I think she has a few more than I do. So, many more than I do. So, she definitely has a very bright future, and, you know, she's always fighting to the last point, and that's what I love to see. Of course, I gotta say, hey, give a shout out to Venus and my dad and my sisters, Lynn and Isha and everyone, you know, just thank you so much. Okay, there's just a few more. I'm enjoying this. I wanted to thank Mike Wallace. He's not here anymore, but I just switched rackets before I got here, and he really encouraged me. You know, he said, Serena, he came out late at night, you know, it was so dark, and we were practicing under the lights, and, you know, thanks, Mike. Thanks to Wilson, you know, it was awesome. Also thank Nike for the great fit for both me and Maria. You know, we're Nike girls, so, you know, they supplied some great outfits for this fortnight. And most of all, I would like to dedicate this win to my sister, who's not here. Her name is Yetundi, and I just love her so much. I'll try not to get teary-eyed, but a couple days ago I said, if I win this, it's going to be for her, so thanks, Tundi.
Serena Williams, ladies and gentlemen, the 2007 Australian Open champion.
Well, some very satisfying smiles from Serena Williams,
break, ladies and gentlemen, but we've
and
still
some
got
tears at the end
come, including the final of the
late
men's
sister,
doubles.
dedicating this victory to her. She said she was enjoying it, her moment on the stage with the microphone, clutching the trophy, Mary, and you can't blame her. She's earned it. Nice words from Sharapova, too, I thought, in her speech. She's very gracious and was very warm, and I think maybe won some fans for that performance on the microphone after the worst beating ever for her in a Grand Slam, her worst loss in any final, and her first loss in a Grand Slam final.
Yeah, you know, she was a little bit like Andy Roddick after he lost, after he got beaten so badly by Roger Federer. All he could really do at a certain moment was, you know, kind of make light of it and concede that, you know, he'd been comprehensively beaten. But yeah, that was pretty moving at the end because she lost her sister Yetundi, a murder back in 2003. A lot has happened to Serena. We all know that. And look, all I can say is she's so good. It's so nice that she's back here. It's so nice that and all we can hope is that she wants to hang around and she wants to, you know, get to play on big Saturdays and big Sundays in women's tennis, because this is for all her other interests and all the other stuff she talks about. And, you know, I don't care about her handbag. You know what I mean? I like it when she plays this kind of tennis and she wins these kind of championships. And this, to me, is exactly where she belongs.
They're staring up to be photographed by the Sky Cam of this moment in posterity. You know, Serena Williams, so much of her life is public, but she will tell you that no one will ever know what she's been through these last few years with the loss of her sister, injuries, and being away from the game. She said she was back 2 years ago. Is she back now? It is Serena Williams' third Australian Open title, the most impressive ever. 6-1, 6-2 with soon to be number one.
V-dub here in full effect with Trey and this ride. What time is it? I don't know. Time to unpimp the auto. Oh, snap. German engineering in the house.
The Volkswagen GTI. 2007 Automobile of the Year.
The true power and beauty of plasma is often hidden, unable to be captured. Only Hitachi original technologies unleash the most lifelike color and detail in plasma. Introducing the world's highest resolution 42-inch plasma HD TV, only from Hitachi.
Here's how it works. Get the nation's slimmest smartphone for only $99.99. The Q. With easy access to email and Windows Mobile. It's the stylish way to work. From Verizon Wireless, America's most reliable wireless broadband network. Verizon Wireless, it's the network.
I'm no stranger to back pain, but when I travel, it hits hard. Some souvenir, huh? But now I've discovered these Thermacare heat wraps. They're like heating pads without the cord. Now I get 8 hours of soothing heat and 16 hours of pain relief. 16 hours. I could use these every day. So, no more trips like this. Instead, I have trips like this. Thermacare. Have heat, we'll travel.
Way back then, we had the horse and carriage.
There was no television then. People listen to the radio.
Get the clothes out, wash them on the washboard.
And then the calculators got smaller and smaller.
45 would drop, and it would play.
If you held the rabbit ears in exactly the right position.
I used to have to parallel park myself.
What does Serena love Australia? It was 4 years ago this weekend. She completed the Serena Slam, monopolizing all 4 Grand Slam titles. Some of the joy perhaps tempered by the fact that she beat her big sister on that occasion. Nothing tempered about the performance 2 years ago. In 2005, she bageled Lindsay Davenport in the decisive set to win the 05 Australian Open, then the long drought. 2 years without getting to a final. 2 years without a title. 2 years of being dissed and doubted, all erased here this afternoon with the destruction of Maria Sharapova. Away goes the racket.
I love that. Voila!
Winner after winner after winner. And Serena Williams leaving these fans not with the ultra-competitive final they perhaps hoped to see, but with a performance that was historic for another reason. Has there ever been a final played better by one player? Let's go to Dick and Mary Jo.
Yeah, we're thinking about the same things. My feelings are torn, Mary Jo. On one hand, we came here, as we always do in a final, hoping to get a 3-setter and maybe go 10-8 in the third and have one of those matches that will be talked about forever and ever. We don't get that. It's very quick destruction of Sharapova by Serena Williams. On the other hand, it is so brilliant and beautiful when you see someone with great excellence in any sport rise to that in the biggest moment. And Serena Williams, that was a thrilling performance.
That was as close to perfection as you're going to get from Serena Williams. I mean, she just came out there and dismantled the #1 seed. The #1 player in the world tomorrow, Maria Sharapova. Everything was working. The serve's been working all week. It continued to be a main factor today, setting herself up to come to net, to hit her ground strokes, and then she attacked the serve beautifully. Not only second serves, first serves as well. The timing, just the vision. She saw the ball so early and never allowed Sharapova to get in any rhythm in this match. Not one little glimpse of hope was given to Sharapova. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, Serena at her best, and you saw her best today, is better than any other player on the tour. She can do it all, Dick, and we saw it today. It was beautiful to watch.
She won 76% of Maria Sharapova's second serves. I think the final count was 28 winners and 11 unforced errors for a woman that hits the ball so big. And another final thought that I have, what a beautiful storyline this is in terms of how these two women came to the sport. A woman that's born in Siberia. Her dad takes her at 9 to Florida, doesn't even have any money in his pocket, and just knocks on Bollettieri's door and says, I think I've got a promising young player. Will you help us out? Another woman who's raised in a totally unorthodox manner as a tennis player. Instead of going to academies and having coaches, the father and mother take them on the public courts of Compton, California, and that's where she learns her game and becomes a champion. How great is that? These two women for the sport of tennis. Brava. Let's meet the winner. Let's go to Pam Schreiber.
This is one of my favorites. This is one of your favorites. No kidding. Serena Williams, when did you know that you could be holding this trophy again?
You know, I don't know. I just kept fighting, and I never wanted to give up. You know, I wanted to keep going, and I wanted to just play each match the best I could. So, you know, here I am.
And it wasn't without some problems. Down a set and a break to Petrova. Tough draw with Jankovic in the next round. 2 points to losing to Shahar-Peer in the quarters.
Oh, my God.
How did you turn it up like 3 more notches today in the final?
I knew going into this match I had to play good because Maria's obviously a great player. She's going to be #1, and she's playing really well. So I knew, and she had played Kim so well. I thought, wow, if I'm going to beat her, I'm going to have any chance, I need to raise my level just a little bit.
Well, you've been watching a ton of tennis here, both your own matches on some tape and some great play, especially on the men's side. Federer, Gonzalez. What have you been learning from watching?
Oh, my God. I'm a big Gonzalez fan now. I love his technique. I love what he's doing. Obviously, I'm Federer. I love Federer as well. But I mean, these guys are playing the best tennis in the draw, and I'm going to be at that final. It's going to be a good match. Gonzalez is one of my new favorites to watch now.
So I know one of the keys was a lot of winners, keep the unforced errors, but it's easier to say it than to do it. How are you able to keep the unforced errors so low and so many winners?
Well, I thought if Gonzalez can go 3 sets and make 2 unforced errors, surely I can go 2 sets and make, 10 to 12. It's, usually I'm in the 50s. So I think pretty much for the whole tournament, I've been doing a little better with that in general. And I don't know, I just wanted it. I wanted it so bad. It's, I just wanted to win, and more than anything, I was just having so much fun throughout the whole tournament, and here I am.
And here you are. The last 2 tournament wins for you have been the Australian Open. Now, how do we make sure it's not going to be 2 more years? What are you going to do to make sure that you don't sort of go away the way you did after the 2005 Australian Open final?
Oh, stop it. I'm here to stay. Like I said in the press conference, this is just the beginning. This isn't the end. I believe my best years are yet to come, and I believe that.
Believe me, we all love to hear it. Here's your tops to you.
Thank you.
Dick?
All right. Congratulations to the champion. And do you think we'll see her more active this year? Her knee's better, obviously. She says she's made out her schedule through Wimbledon.
I do. I think she's here to stay. I think she needs to build from this. I mean, she just needs to get even more motivation just to know she only played 4 tournaments last year. That's such little tennis, and that she can produce that kind of tennis against the #1 player in the world. How much confidence does that have to give a player? She, I think, will now commit herself 100%. We're going to see her in many more finals.
It was quite a performance, Chris.
Dick, it was, and I love what she said. To all you doubters, stop it. I'm here to stay.
I also enjoyed when she said to Maria Sharapova, she's being very gracious, and she said, and she's got a great future. She's #1 in the world. She has a pretty good present right now too. But it was something.
She took the loss well, and for Yuri, who wasn't around for the trophy presentation, he had taken off. That's why they invented Solichnaya for nights like this. Serena through. We'll talk more about what lies ahead for the women's tennis calendar, and Cliff Drysdale drops by to preview Gonzalez and Federer, the men's final.
Welcome to Cuisine Classique, your personal stop for tools and a school for the passionate cook. We feature quality brands like Viking countertop appliances and cookware, Messermeister, Kyocera and Shun cutlery, Scan Pan nonstick cookware, and a unique selection of tabletop pieces. Our cooking classes are fun, friendly, and exciting. They make a wonderful gift for all ages. Gift cards are also available. Cuisine Classique in Oro Valley, Tangerine Road, and Rancho Vistoso in the Safeway Center.
Looking for a place to exercise, play, or just relax? The Tucson Racket Club is the perfect answer. Located on 20 acres inside the city, the Tucson Racket Club has everything anyone would want in a health club. And now, through the holidays, you can become a member of Tucson Racket Club with no initiation fees. Save money and become a member now. Come in today and see for yourself. The Tucson Racket Club is Tucson's best place to exercise, play, or just relax. The Tucson Racket Club, where country club ends, fun and fitness begin.
I like to live on the edge. I love the view from above. I want to do what I want, and what I want is to see it for miles and miles and miles on end. I like to live on the edge.
Introducing Edge, the all-new crossover from Ford. The Edge is never dull.
The world can be a complicated place. But when it comes to your money, ING is making it easier. See why it's easier on the bench. Ask your financial professional about ING. Your future made easier.
Muffin.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. You know, I followed your character since the first episode. I'm a big fan. Big fan.
Thank you.
And listen, your storyline, it makes for incredible TV drama. Thing is, your drug use is very adult content. Too adult for the kids. So I'm gonna have to block you.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, have a good one.
You're a nice lady.
Listen up. This is your 98 whatchamacallit.
You got an F.
You know what we're gonna do now?
No.
Unpimp your auto. We just dropped it like it's hot. V-Dub, representing Deutschland.
The Volkswagen GTI, 2007 Automobile of the Year.
Dominant world number one, Roger Federer goes for his 10th Grand Slam title in the Australian Open final against Serena's new favorite, Fernando Gonzalez of Chile. Both guys have been on breathtaking rolls on a collision course. Gonzalez, the big underdog. Can he keep it going? Can Federer be taken down? We'll find out. 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll talk about it with Cliff when we come back.
Introducing Pure Chill, the latest accessory from Scion. Pure Chill is how you feel as you buy your Scion. Knowing that the great mileage each Scion gets is incredible. The Sporty XA gets 38 highway miles per gallon. And the Boxy XB gets 34 highway miles per gallon. And the innovative TC Coupe gets 30 highway miles per gallon. Cruise to Precision Scion at 700 West Wetmore and Auto Mall Drive. Precision Scion. What's your Scion?
I don't know. I'm just so lonely.
Jackpot! Timing is everything. During our Red Tag sale, take advantage of this amazing offer. Sign up for Comcast high-speed internet for just $29.99 a month for 6 months. At ridiculously quick speeds, it's way faster than DSL and dial-up. Hurry, offer ends soon. Just call 744-1900. Comcast high-speed internet. It's Comcastic.
Got a burning, scratchy sore throat? There's a whole new way to treat it. New Vicks 44 Sore Throat. With cooling Vicks vapors. Goes to work fast. New Vicks 44 Sore Throat. Tell your sore throat to just chill.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
I hate to go and leave this pretty sight.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu.
Adieu, adieu to you and you and you.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye to the 2006 models with up to $4,000 cash back or visit Kia.com.
I don't just land tricks, I invent them. Winter X Games 11 continues tomorrow at 1 with Snowmobile Snowcross, plus the Snowboard Slopestyle Finals and the Snowboarder X Finals, live from Aspen on ABC. It only happens here.
ESPN2's presentation of the Australian Open, presented by Franklin Templeton Investments. Gain from our perspective.
Emphatic and dominant, Serena Williams claims the Australian Open title, 6-1, 6-2 over Maria Sharapova. That sets up our talk for the men's final. Cliff Drysdale joins me here. One very predictable finalist, defending champ Roger Federer, going for slam title number 10 in his great career. One surprise finalist, Fernando Gonzalez of Chile, who's been on the hottest roll of anybody.
Yeah, he has, and you wonder whether that role is going to come to an end. There are two issues there. One is that he's up now against Roger Federer, and he has never beaten Roger, so that's really bad news as far as he's concerned. As for the role, I don't see any reason why it could not continue. He's got a new coach, Larry Stefanki, who has done wonders for his game, number one. And number two, it is clear that this guy is for real as a player. He may not be Federer, and I don't think he's going to be Federer tomorrow. But he has played these last three matches, and he's played as scintillating tennis as we've ever seen. Interesting stuff, though, is that the two semifinals were such washouts, and the final of the women's singles, I just hope we don't see another one, because it's possible tomorrow.
It is possible. Yes. Even if Gonzalez is playing as well as he's been playing, he's plus 180 more winners than unforced errors for the tournament. He went through a set and a half against Leighton Hewitt, had 35 winners, 1 unforced error. It was 45 winners, 3 errors against Tommy Haas. He's been making very good players like Hewitt, Blake, Nadal, and Haas look average. But the problem is what he's used to get to the final may not be enough once he gets there, because the other guy is pretty good.
Well, I mean, that's the fact of the matter, is that this is not Leighton Hewitt, and this is not the rest of the field. This is Roger Federer, who's dominated the field here for the last 3 years, and that's just going to continue. He gets better and better with age. It's interesting that he doesn't see himself now in terms of, hey, I'm number one, catch me. He wants to increase his lead over the rest of the field, and he's doing it every day. He's working very hard at that, and the genius of Federer just continues to show. So, look, let's talk about the X's and O's just quickly,
sure.
Because Federer and he match up pretty well, I think, on the forehand side. But outside of that, if you consider the serve, I think Federer is just slightly better. He's much better on the backhand side. He volleys extremely well. His transition game is a lot better than the guy from Chile, Gonzalez, and the intangibles also, because look how confident he is. He hasn't lost a match in so long that, Chris, it's hard for me to imagine that Gonzalez is going to make a real impression. I hope you're right about the fact that he made so few.
I wasn't predicting a competitive match. I was like you. I'm hoping.
No, you're talking about how few unforced errors he's made, and I hope that stays that way.
No, it's true. I mean, Gonzalez, you can see, it hasn't been pretty against Federer head-to-head, but, you know, Roger has the edge on most guys. The brilliance, the genius you talked about, it was certainly no fun for Andy Roddick. We'll see if Gonzalez can get a positive start. That's been such a key for him. And, you know, he didn't win a title all of last year. He hasn't been historically a great player in finals, but he's been rewriting a lot of his history here down under. 3 options. You can stay up in the wee hours, 3:30 Eastern time on Sunday. You can DVR it, watch it at your leisure, or the encore presentation, Sunday, noon Eastern time on ESPN2. The women's title belongs to Serena Williams. A very loud, strong statement made here in Melbourne this afternoon.
NBA Sunday on ABC. Doubleheader coverage begins at 12:30 Eastern.
Shocking news. Cosmo readers have discovered a secret to head-turning hair. It's Head & Shoulders shampoo. Head & Shoulders starts at the scalp and contains 6 times the moisturizers for healthy, beautiful hair that's 100% flake-free. No wonder 80% of Cosmo readers would choose Head & Shoulders for head-turning hair. See more at headturninghair.com.
At T. Rowe Price, successful investing is about balancing risk and reward intelligently. For each 1, 5, and 10-year period, 70% of our mutual funds beat their Lipper average, finding the right opportunity. Low-cost mutual funds from T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Request a complete prospectus or profile with investment objectives, risks, fees, expenses, and other information to read and consider carefully before investing.
So, tell me in your own words a little bit about Geico.
Well, it's one-stop shopping, really, Geico.com. You can get a free rate quote. You could compare coverage options. You could file a claim, pay your bill online. Even, have a little chat with an associate if you need help.
What about you? Can they chat with you?
I'm here for Geico, love. Let's not delve into my personal life, eh?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Want to know how Hotwire.com can guarantee the lowest prices on hotels? Hotwire has special deals with 3- and 4-star hotels. When hotels have unsold rooms, they use Hotwire to fill them, so you get them at prices lower than any other travel site. Guaranteed. Like 4 stars in Chicago. Travelocity price $179. Hotwire.com price just $96. Want a great deal on your next hotel? Visit Hotwire.com. 4-star hotels, 2-star prices.
HOTWIRE, Hotwire.com.
Serena Williams so dominant in winning the 3rd match against Sharapova in their 5 career meetings, Mary. What does this mean for this rivalry looking forward? Is this going to have an echo if you're Sharapova?
That it's going to take her a while to recover from that. I really feel, again, I compare with Andy Roddick, who felt good going into this thing and then was just so much taken apart by Federer that it rocked him, and Maria obviously very much has to get her confidence back, especially on her serve.
Now, Venus comes back. Antwerp will be the first tournament she plays. Her wrist is healed. Justine Enna, no more Ardennes attached to her last name after her divorce. She's going to come back and play in a small tournament in France.
Yeah.
What are the months ahead?
And Mauresmo didn't play well here. And so, I mean, we can't even talk about the Serena-Sharapova rivalry like that's the only one that's going on. I like the idea that Big Sis is coming back, too, that Venus is going to be back pretty soon, that her wrist, according to Serena said, who knows, but Serena said that when she was practicing with Venus, Venus was beating her in practice. So
that's practice.
I know, but what it's suggesting is that we're going to have a very, very full draws for the rest of the calendar year. That should be good.
We still look forward to that. In the meantime, Serena Williams can leave Australia with the title. Maria Sharapova may leave as the #1 player, but there's a growing suspicion that Serena has her number and everybody else's when she plays like she can. Just an incredible performance to claim this Grand Slam title for Serena Williams. She says she's back to stay. We'll see you back here Sunday, 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time for the men's final. Roger Federer against the surprising Fernando Gonzalez. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. From Murray Carrillo, Dick Enberg, Mary Jo Fernandez, Pam Shriver, and Luke Jensen. I'm Chris Fowler. So long from Melbourne. The women's title to Serena in emphatic style.